Alrighty, troops, how we doing today, folks? Now, everyone should be looking at this paper. Basically what's going on is we are wanting to name acids. Now, naming acids is fairly simple because all you want to do is look at the name of your anion ending. So, for instance, HCl, that ends in IDE, chloride. So since it is ide, what you're going to do is say hydro blank IC acid. So the root of that Cl is chloric acid. So you would say hydrochloric acid. So all you're doing on acids, one, here's one of the tricks. They always start with an H. So as soon as you see H, you know it's an acid. Or, better yet, it has it in its name, hydrochloric acid. So that's how you know it's going to be an acid. So you're always going to want to look at the anion in the compound. Okay? So here, you would normally just by looking at this say hydrogen chloride. Well, great, IDE. So IDE gets a hydrochloric acid. Okay? Now, if it ends in ATE, you would say dihydrogen sulfate out of your first terms. Okay? But then now we know begins with an H. So it's an acid. So SO4, what is the name of SO4? Okay, if you think about your polyatomic ions, that is sulfate. So we are going to take that root and add it. The 8 gets changed to ic acid. So we would say sulfuric acid. Like in your example here, it's chlorate. We're going to call it chloric acid. So this would be called sulfuric acid. Okay, now notice the difference between this hydro and just here sulfuric acid. The only time you put hydro on something is when the ending anion ends in IDE. So you aren't going to always just name something hydrosulfuric acid. Now, is there a hydrosulfuric acid? Yes, but you have to use the anion that ends in IDE. There's hydrosulfuric acid, H2S. Dihydrogen sulfide, ide, hydrosulfuric acid. Okay, now look at this, chlorite, ITE. Hydrogen chloride. Okay, so since that anion ends in ITE, it gets changed to OUS acid. So you would normally name this chlorous acid. Chlorous acid. Okay, so all you have to do on all these acids is look at the anion, or the second part, figure out if it ends in IDE, ATE, or ITE. It would get the hydroic and acid. Blank goes 8 goes to sulfuric acid. And if it ends in ITE, it's going to end in OUS acid. Now, I know this is a short video. Naming acids is not that difficult. Everything is named off of your anion. So just look at the ending, look at where it goes to, and you should be able to name acids, especially when you are getting the mixed nomenclature sheet. Folks, I hope everything is going well. We will be back soon. Talk to you later. Have a great day, folks.